I am so honored to introduce the next president of the United States, Senator Kamala Harris. The American people were lied to by the President of the United States. We're looking at over 220 million Americans who just in the last several months died.
I'll tell you that I'm very proud of our team, and we have accomplished a great amount of work thus far, which makes me a top-tier candidate. Well, I mean, listen, this is going to sound immodest, but I'm obviously a top-tier candidate. It is with deep regret, but also with deep gratitude, that I am suspending our campaign today.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I am Kamala's running mate. You all think I'm kidding, don't you?
You know, let's assume the country's sort of 50-50 down the middle, right? Joe Biden's the best they got? I mean, seriously?
Why should you pay more taxes than Donald Trump, who paid $750?
We're paying a couple $100 a year of federal income taxes.
It's fake news. It's totally fake news. Made up, fake.
You want to know everything I don't like about Trump? Let me tell you, captured in one answer he gave. He was asked last time out about paying so little tax and allegedly being a billionaire. You know what he said? He said, it's because I'm smarter.
As a businessman and real estate developer, I have legally used the tax laws to my benefit and to the benefit of my company, my investors, and my employees. I mean, honestly, I have brilliantly used those laws. I have often said on the campaign trail that I have a fiduciary responsibility to pay no more tax than is legally required, like anybody else.
And that stable genius, as he calls himself, continues to say wind power causes cancer. It's the same guy who said, by the way, you think I'm making this up, when he was advised about the increasing hurricanes coming across the Atlantic because of the warm water, he said maybe we should drop a nuclear weapon on them.
When the stock market crashed, Franklin Roosevelt got on television.
When
the stock market crashed, Franklin Roosevelt got on television. When the stock market crashed, Franklin Roosevelt got on television.
He talks about mental acuity.
So what about the Americans who really today only want me to ask you about Hunter Biden's laptop? How are you going to get them to see that you are fighting for them when they're so dead set against you?
There's nothing to any of that.
You know, imagine for a second that Donald Trump Jr. went to, let's just say, China and got $1.5 billion from the Chinese government in 5 days, magically, after traveling there on Air Force Two with his father.
Nothing to any of that. It's all a smear.
Ridiculous bullshit.
Every major outfit, every serious investigator has pointed out that this is a smear. This is classic Trump. We have 4 days left, and all of a sudden there's a laptop. And you may recall there's also talk about 4 months before there was a similar thing that somebody had, allegedly.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
There's overwhelming evidence that from the intelligence community that the Russians are engaged.
You are the director of national intelligence. You see more intelligence than anybody in the country. Is this Russian disinformation, Director?
The intelligence community doesn't believe that because there's no intelligence that supports that Hunter Biden's laptop is part of some Russian disinformation campaign. It's simply not true.
I mean, look, my son's an honorable man.
He's been kicked out of the Navy for cocaine use. Hunter Biden, the vice president's youngest son, says he's embarrassed for having been discharged.
I mean, look, my son's an honorable man.
Yes, the crack habit, kind of a big deal.
My son's an honorable man.
As news of Hunter Biden's fondness for strip clubs continues to unfold, revelations came out on Wednesday that not only did he impregnate a D.C. stripper, he also had sex toys used on him by dancers at the Hustler Club in New York City.
My son's an honorable man.
Former exotic dancer London Roberts has taken Joe Biden's son to family court in Arkansas. He fathered her child, and now a big dispute over how much money Hunter has to pay in child support.
My son's an honorable man.
It's a little hard to believe that Burisma hired Hunter Biden to resolve their international disputes when he could not resolve his own dispute with Hertz rental car over leaving cocaine and a crack pipe in the car.
My son's an honorable man.
This guy obviously is a very chaotic individual, and they're throwing money at him from China. They're throwing money at him from Ukraine.
While his father
is wheeling and dealing as
all
VP.
this policy.
This is not the type of guy you send $50,000 a month.